Hello and welcome, my fourth graders. This is our new school year. I'm happy to have you here, and I would like you to remember the math is always practice. Okay, so practice makes better, and I want you to practice, and I want you to rewind the video if you didn't understand or if you didn't get it until you get and understand the concept. Okay, that's the point that I record these videos. So please do your best to try to understand the concept, and if you have any problem after this video when I go over with you, please tell me. And while you're solving these problems with me, put star mark on it if you have any problem or question. Okay, so don't forget. All right, this is our new chapter. Of course, this is new year, and this is chapter 1, place value concepts. Okay, our target is for this chapter is that understand place value, and criteria is that I can define the value of a number and explain how to use symbols to compare two numbers and compare the value of two identical digits in a number, and read and write multi-digit numbers in multiple forms. This is vocabulary practice, and I want you to review these words. We learned this last year. Okay, even second grade, some of them they know already, which are expanded form and standard form and word form. Remember, word form is the easiest one, since we know if the number is written with words like this, 357, we call it word form. And this 357, this is the standard form. Usually you can find the numbers in this format. Okay, so this is very common, and usually we write like number 15 like this, right? That's, we call it standard form. We don't write 10 plus 5. Okay, so this is standard form. If you expand this 357 into the place value is 7, and value for this 5 is not only 5 but 50, and the place value of this 3 is what? 300. So when you expand these digits, okay, one at a time, that we call it expanded form. And for this one, let's go under here, define it. I want you to use your vocabulary cards, which is here in your textbook. You can find it, and I want you to cut it and practice at home. We might not have enough time in here in class, but I want you to go ahead and cut it, okay, at home, not now. Cut it, and then you can keep it and practice these words. All right. Okay, so let's do it with your vocabulary cards. You can use it. Okay, how can you define this period? That's the question, and the answer is behind in here. Okay, so when you take a look at this back, it tells you all the definition of these vocabularies. Okay, so each group has what? Each group of 3 digits, separated by what? Commas, in a multi-digit number. All right, what about place value chart? How can you define it? Yes, a chart that shows the value of each digit in a number. What about thousands period? Yes, the period after the ones period in a number. All right, let's move on to page 3. This is lesson 1-1, understand place value. Target is similar. This target is to identify the values of digits in multi-digit numbers. And I want you to take a look at this criteria. I can identify the first 6 place value names, and I can identify the value of each digit in a number and compare the values of two of the same digits in a number. This is what we are going to do. Model the number. Modeling. Okay, we are going to do this modeling and draw to show your model. Then write the value of each digit. How can you model this number? We are going to use, yes, base 10 blocks. We have many, enough for everybody for my class. Please when you go to math station, there are the blocks, okay, in the box, and I'm going to show you. It looks like this. Looks familiar, right? Yes, so we have it. So if you think that might help you to understand this lesson, go ahead and take one box and you can use it. And when you open it, or if you know it already, you don't have to. This small square, okay, this small piece represents 1, okay, 1. And if you open it, you are going to see this one stick. It has 10 ones in one stick. It represents 10. All right. And if you see this square shape of flat surface blocks, that is what represents 100. How? They have what? 10 of this stick. Okay. I'm gonna put 10, okay, multiply by 10, okay, is 100. And you see this also cube, right? This represents what? 1000. How? They have 10 flats, okay, times 10 is 1000, okay? So it's not easy to draw this cube, so usually we use this flat surface and put T on it, and it represents 1000. All right, so let's try to model this, okay, value of each digit. Okay, now this 1275, 1275, let's model it first. I'm going to start from ones digit, so I need what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small piece, okay, and that's 5, and I need 7, 1, 2. I'm gonna just draw this one line, okay, straight line. It represents this one stick, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means what? It represents 7 tens, which is 70. All right, and I need these two squares, which is what? 200, okay, and 1000. Make sense? And this one represents 1000. That's the value of each digit. Make sense? This one in 1275, the value of 1 is what? 1000. The value of 2 in this number is what? 200. The value of 7 in this number is 70. The value of 5 of this number is 5. Make sense? You got it? All right, then I want you to try, okay, pause the video, and I want you to try this 3,333 by yourself. Okay, pause it. Go ahead. All right, so did you figure it out? Very good. So same thing, you need what? 3,333. You can write it down. And then I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 small pieces, right? That represents 3, and I need 1, 2, 3 sticks, which means what? It represents 30. And I need 3 squares, which means what? 300. And I need 3 squares, but what? Cubes, I'm sorry, not squares, cube. So I can put this 1000 on it, and this 3 represents 3000. Okay? All right. Now compare the value of the 10th digit to the value of 1st digit. 10th digit and 1st digit. That's what they are asking you. And then do the same with the hundreds and tens digits. Hundreds and tens digits. And then thousands and hundreds. All right. what do you notice? What's the pattern? Yes, place values increase by what? Yes, 10. From right to the left, you are going to multiply 10. Can you see the pattern? Yes. Okay, that's the pattern that we found. 3 times 10 is 30. 30 times 10 is 300. 300 times 10 is what? 3,000. So how are you going to write it? Multiply by 10. Okay, from, I'm going to write it here from right to left. Oops. Okay. All right, let's move on. A place value chart. Okay, this is the second page. A place value chart shows the value of each digit in a number. The value of each place is 10 times the value of the place to the right. The place value chart shows how the place values are grouped. And each group is called a period. Okay, this is very important vocabulary, guys. Okay, period. It's not a period in the end of the sentence, but this once period. Okay, and we are going to separate these periods by comma. Okay, you see this comma. Okay, in a number, periods are separated by commas. Please remember. Okay. All right, so we call this this is called what? Place value chart, and it tells you the value of the number in the number. Okay, so this 2 represents what? 2 ones and 8 tens, 6 hundreds and 7,000, because this is what? Thousands place. Okay, period. So this 7 represents 7,000, and this is 20,000. Okay, and this 4 represents what? 400,000. Okay, 4, you can read this way, 400 and 1,000. Okay, 20,000, 7,000. All right. Okay, now example. You have this thousands period and ones period. Okay, 275,000, 275,000, 449. You don't have to say ones. Okay, so the number in standard form is what? We know standard form. You are going to just write the numbers as you see. That's the standard form. Okay, and the value of the digit 7 is 7/10,000s, or what? 70,000. The easiest way is you are going to see this 7/10,000, right? So you have 7 in here, and how many digits behind the 7? 1, 2, 3, 4. Makes sense? And every three digits you have to put what? Commas. Okay, remember. So 70,000. Okay, same thing. The value of the digit 4 in the hundreds place is what? 4, and how many digits are behind this number? 1 and 2 digits, right? So which means what? 400. The value of the digit 4 in the tens place, which means this one, we are going to take a look. Okay, that's what? 40, because 4 and there is 1 digit after the number, okay, place 4. The value of the digit 4 in the hundreds place is what? How many times the value of 4 of the digit 4 in the tens place? Okay, let me erase this a little bit so you can see clearly. So they're asking you what's the difference, the value in 4 hundreds and tens. Okay, 400 is how many times greater than 40? Yes, 10 times. Okay, the value of the digit 4 in the tens place. Now show and grow. Let's practice. Okay, write the value of the underlined digit. I told you, just write down this number on top of it and count how many digits after. So the value of this 5 is what? 500. The value of this 8 is what? 8. And how many digits are after? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the value of 8 is what? 80,000. What about this 9,000? Yes, 9 and comma. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3 digits behind. So I'm going to just put 3 zeros more. What about this 400,000? Yes, 4 and how many digits are behind? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then you have to put this comma, okay, every third period from the ones digit. Okay, remember, from the ones digit. Okay. Now compare the values of the underlined digits, 20 and 200. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, 200 is 10 times greater than 20. Okay, what about this 1,000 and 100? Yes, 1,000 is what? 10 times greater than 100. Okay, so I just simplified it. Okay, so I'm sure you understood what I mean. All right, let's move on. Number 7. From this page, I want you to try by yourself. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is you are going to pause this video and solve the problems. Okay, all the problems by yourself, and you can check your answers with my video. You got it? So please pause it now and try it by yourself. If you didn't understand, you can always rewind the video and then watch it again and then try again. Please pause it and you can come back later, okay? Do your best. See you soon. All right, welcome back. I'm sure you have solved all the problems. And if you have any problem, I told you in the beginning of this video, you can put the star mark on it and we are going over together. All right, so write the value of the underlined digit. Okay, since this is just checking the answer, I'm going to just go ahead and quickly tell you the answer. Please check with your answers together, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to put star mark on it, and when I go over, you can always ask me. Okay, and then we are going to do it again. All right, so number 7 is what? Value of this 2 in ones digit is 2, and 7 and 3 more digits, right? 1 to 3, so I'm going to add 3 more zeros, and 9 and 1 0, and 8 and 2 digits comma 3 digits, and 5 and 2 digits behind, and 4 and 0 comma 3 more digits. 600,000, you mean, right? I mean, you know what I mean. And this 1 and 3 digits. Okay, this is just kind of like hack that you can see, okay, how to figure it out, the value easily and quickly. All right, now compare the values of the underlined digit. Okay, we know this 10 times greater, and this is what? Okay, 1,000 to 10,000, 10 times greater. Okay, all right, your friend is 9 years old and your neighbor is 90 years old. Your neighbor is how many times as old as your friend? Yeah, 9 and 90 is what? Times 10. Okay, 10 times greater. All right, number 18. Is Newton correct? Explain. Okay, 7,000 is 1,000 times as many as 700. So let's write it down. 7,000. Okay, and 700. Okay, so what's the difference? Yeah, you need only what? 10 times more from 700 to 7,000. Okay, so I can say no. Okay, 7,000 is equal to what? 700 times 10. Okay, number 19. Explain the relationship between the place values when the same 2 digits are next to each other in a multi-digit number. So which means, let's say 588. Okay, and they're asking you explain the relationship between the place values when the same 2 digits 80 and 8 are next to each other. That means what? You are going to multiply 10 times from right to the left. Okay, from We just did it, right? From right to the left. It doesn't matter how big number it is. I'm going to add this more, 588,000, let's say, and 279. Still, from these digits, 8,000 to 80,000, you need what? 10 times. When the digits are right next to each other, you simply notice the value of the left side has what? 10 times greater value than the number or digit to the right side. Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, think and grow, modeling real life. Okay, so example, what is the value of the digit 3 in the distance around Saturn? In the distance around Jupiter? How do these values relate to each other? Okay, write each number in a place value chart. Okay. All right, Saturn. Let's find it. Saturn is here. Distance around the planet. And the unit is what? Kilometers. So I'm going to write it down. It's what? 365,882. What about Jupiter? Is here. 439,000. I'm going to put commas. And 264. Now let's compare the values of the digit 3 in each number. All right, I found it from the Saturn and Jupiter. The Saturn, okay, we are going to take a look at the Saturn first. The value of the digit 3 is what? In Saturn is 3 and how many digits behind? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna put comma. Make sense? All right. Jupiter. I'm going to count digit after this place. 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, comma. Make sense? 30,000 for Jupiter and 300,000 for Saturn. The value of the digit 3 in the distance around Saturn is what? 10 times. The value of the digit 3 in the distance around Jupiter. So this 30,000 compared to 300,000. Okay, 300,000 has what? 10 times greater value than 30,000. Okay, it's the same question, but they have more words to make you confused if you are, okay? But if you understood or comprehend the question, this is very easy peasy lemon squeezy question, okay? Piece of cake. All right, last 4 questions, okay? That's it. And that's the end of the lesson. Number 20, okay, but you need to still use the table above, okay? All right, the distance around which planet has an 8 in the thousands place? Okay, in the thousands place, let's see, thousands. Okay, I found Venus. Is there more? Okay, Mercury is first one. Okay, 8,000. Okay, that's it. So Venus. Okay, nothing else has 8 in thousands place. Okay, and number 21. Compare the value of the 8s. Okay, in the distance around Saturn. Okay, again, compare 882, but you have also what? 365,882. 800 has what? 10 times greater value than 80. Right? 80, how can you say? The value of 8 in the 100 place has what? 10 times greater value than 8 in the 10th place. It's too long, so I'm going to say 80 versus 800. 800 has 10 times greater value than 80. Make sense? Yep. What is the value of the digit 4 in the distance around Earth? Okay. 4 4030, right? How? In the distance around Neptune, Neptune is here, and that's it. And how do these values relate to each other? Okay, so here Neptune 4, digit 4 is in here, and Earth is what? Okay, so I'm going to write in here first. First question was what? What is the value of the digit 4 in the distance around Earth? Was what? 40,000. Okay, that's the first answer for the question. And second question, in the distance around Neptune. Okay, that's what? 4,000. How do these values relate to each other? Oh, yeah, we know, we've been practiced. 40,000 is what? 10 times greater than 4,000. So I'm going to say 40,000 is equal to what? 10 times greater than 4,000. Okay, I use number sentence. Okay. Number 23, compare the values of the first digits in the distances around Earth and Jupiter. Okay, Earth and Jupiter, let's take a look. Earth is 40,030 and Jupiter. Okay, 439,264. Earth and Jupiter, I'm going to compare this one, right? Okay, explain how you can use the values to compare the sizes of these two planets. Okay, so now let's compare. The value of Earth is what? 40,030 versus what? 439,264. Okay, we are going to compare this 40,000 versus 400,000, which is what? 10 times greater, right? So we can say Jupiter is about 10 times larger than the Earth, right? Because this is the what? Distance around the planet. So I can say this 400, I'm going to say 400,000 because that's the value of this 4, digit 4 in Jupiter. 400,000 is equal to what? 10 times greater than 40,000, which is Earth, okay, distance around the Earth. And that means what? Jupiter is about 10 times larger than the Earth. Okay. All right, that's it. And I want you to review what you have learned today. And if you have any questions, please remember, put star mark on it and I'm going over it with you, okay, soon. All right, and your homework is page 7 and 8. Okay, I want you to do it at home, okay, not in here. All right, so great job and I will see you soon. Bye.